Hey, good morning, Black Oak family. I'm in the confines of my office. It's nice to be back on here so I can record. Not that I haven't been every day out of town. I've been here. It just seems every time I record these Breakfast with Black Oaks on a Thursday and it comes to you on a Friday morning, I seem to be out of town, but I'm not today. So happy first day of summer. Well, again, when you see this, it'll be the second day of summer and it is all already blazing hot pretty much all over the country. As much traveling as I've done, it is hot every single place that I go to, from Florida to Kansas City. I don't go to Colorado in a couple weeks with my daughter's team. I'm actually staying back. My wife's going out to that one, but it's supposed to be like 97 in Colorado. I know it's a different heat, but it's still hot. It's still hot. But again, welcome to our edition of Breakfast with Black Oak. I am Ryan Ledden, president of Black Oak Asset Management. Again, we're all on the same team here. You probably talk and converse quite a bit, whether it's phone calls or emails with Andrea. Then you have Mr. Damon, you have Miss Autumn, you have Parnick, and you have Mr. Nick down in our Macon office. So again, we're all on the same team here. You just may work with somebody else. But again, thank you for your trust in us and your business. We appreciate that, and we don't obviously take that lightly. So just kind of today, nothing specific as far as news and nuggets and what's going on in our families and our world, and then what's coming up here in the future with us. So again, been traveling a pretty good bit. It's a blessing and a curse at the same time. It's a blessing to have athletic kids, which each one in our office has. So we are scattered everywhere. Now, Damon's got grown kids, so he's in a different spot than us. But most of us have kids that are in that, elementary, middle school, and some actually approaching high school now. And we're going in 10 million different directions, and it creates memories, and it's awesome. But it does pull us away from being in the office. What's great is being able to work remotely. So yes, we are not physically in the office as much during the summer, but I am plugged into this guy every single day in my laptop. So is Andrea, so is Autumn, so is Nick, so is Damon, so is Parnick. Everybody is. So it's not like we're out of touch of what's going on. We still have jobs to do because your money never stops. Whether it's adding to or taking money out or what the stock market is doing, it's still our job to stay on top of that. And again, technology definitely helps out with that. So yeah, it's been a pretty fun summer as far as sports go. I know as we speak, I know Andrea will be going out of town next week with her kids down to Florida. There's a tournament down there. Autumn's out of town right now. They're in North Georgia with both of her kids. That's conveniently at the same tournament. And again, I got my son's state track meet. So I know a lot of you that have been clients for a while have kind of asked about my son's track and field. The state track meet is this weekend. He will be participating in the 200, the 400, and the 4x4 relay. So the state meet is the first qualifying meet. So you go to state, which is down in Morrow. We have a great track down there. So that's the first kind of hurdle, if you will, to eventually go to the national meet. If you qualify at this meet, which again, knock on wood, he should, barring staying healthy and all that good stuff. And then he goes on to the regional, which is kind of the southeast region, but conveniently it's in Morrow High School again. So the next couple of weeks, we don't have to travel anywhere. So again, my wife and my daughter are going to Colorado for a softball tournament. Yes, I did say Colorado for a softball tournament, but it's a big deal, and she plays on a national team, so that's kind of the expectation of that team. So he goes to this weekend. If he qualifies there, then July 4th weekend, he runs the Southeast Regional. And if he qualifies there, then he will go to the national meet at Texas A&M College Station at the end of July. Yeah, that's going to be awful. It'll be over 100 degrees easy. So I feel sorry for those kids that have to run that. And I think it's very poor scheduling in the USATF to schedule Texas as the national meet in the last week of July. So I'm going to be in the office pretty much until then. So the end of July, if he does make the national meet, I will be in College Station, Texas, which would be cool. I've never been there before. Last year was in Oregon. That was awesome. That was an experience of a lifetime. And then to see the NCAA track and field championships were at the same stadium that my son competed in last year. So it's kind of surreal. I'm like, oh my gosh, do you realize what stage you were on last year and where you got to go? Anyway, so that's pretty cool for him. But so yeah, that's kind of where we are right now. As far as business related stuff, again, I've mentioned that we are finishing up a book here because we are going to start really targeting and looking at helping widows and divorcees. So we do have a book that is coming out. And again, for clients, anyone who wants one, who's a divorcee or a widow, I'll be more than happy to give you one. No problem whatsoever. So we're going to have events where we start kind of catering to that demographic, but it's going to be new people. So, but if you want to attend and you have a close personal friend who is a divorcee or a widow, you are more than welcome to come to these events and then just bring them along with you. So we're going to advertise that out to the general public. So it's kind of a new way to bring in new clientele that we are going to focus on that group, because it seems to be that demographic seems to be getting larger and larger and larger. So there's what we feel is a big need, because our client base is, and I've had a few of you already reach out, so thank you. And they say, I've already heard from some of you saying, "Hey, I want that book when it's finally done." And it's pretty close. It is really, 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 really close. Then we got to publish it. So, and that doesn't take that long. Obviously, with Amazon, that makes it so much easier to be able to do. So we'll be doing those events. Again, that's more of a prospecting type of event. But again, you are more than welcome to come. Just bring a friend that kind of is in that stage of life with you. We are more than happy to accommodate that. So that's on the horizon. It's just this stuff takes a little time to plan, because you got to find venues. You got to do invitations. The book is the biggest thing. We got to get this book done, which again, we're almost done. You got to get that done first, and then everything else kind of follows suit behind that. So our goal is to have at least one this summer, fingers crossed, and then we'll continue to have them throughout the fall as well, which again is crazy that it'll be fall before you know it, because September will be here before you know it. So that's kind of what we're doing here. Again, we're still, I've mentioned the webinar on a person who helps people out finding facilities for long-term care. That is still going to happen. We're just waiting patiently. I've kind of dangled that carrot, and I haven't forgot about it, because we are going to do it. And again, I'm going to do one that educates you on ways to help pay for long-term care. That will be coming up as well. There's just a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. I know it feels like we're not in the office a whole lot, but man, there's a lot of like behind the scenes stuff that we're really going through from a technology standpoint, from a financial planning software standpoint. This stuff just gets more and more expensive. And so we just have to be really cautious on what vendors that we use. And it just makes our job a lot easier and more efficient, which helps you out in the end as well. So a lot of these decisions are kind of all piling in at once. So it's just, I'm not going to say it's overwhelming, because again, it's a blessing to be able to make these decisions when you own your own business. And with the help of everyone here, it's been a lot. So there's a lot going on behind the scenes, even though it feels like we're on vacation all the time. And we're not. We're absolutely not. So I'm looking at my timer here. I'm on 8 minutes now. So I appreciate you. If you've hung in this long, I appreciate it. So again, we look forward to communicating and seeing you guys soon, if it's at an event or in the office or a phone call, whatever it may be. But anyway, so we'll see you guys next week. Again, I'll be in town. Hopefully I'll be in this office as well as I do my next video. So all the best and enjoy your summer. See ya.